good.
I was having problems with the front of me there, and I thought, oh man, don't tell me I got appendicitis. It's so bad, it hurt like mad. And it's moved around to the back.
Kidneys or?
So they took me to the, I went to the hospital, emergency, and they gave me a CAT scan. Give me a CAT scan, they found out I had a large stone in my kidney.
Oh no.
So they said it was too large to pass, so they're going to either have to crush it and like take it out or
pulverize it or whatever.
Yeah, but then they found out that the CAT scan was stronger than X-ray, and the crusher works on an X-ray, so the X-ray couldn't find it.
Wow.
So they have to go up after it.
Fish it out.
And so they got it out. As soon as they got it out, it affected me somehow so that now I couldn't pee. Then they checked my prostate, and they said, well, we better have that checked out too. So they took a biopsy of my prostate, and thank heavens it was negative, no cancer.
That's a good thing.
But it was large.
You had an enlarged one. And
it was pinching off the urethra so that it wouldn't pass the water from my bladder to the exterior of my body.
Wow.
So they said we're going to have to do something with that. So they measured, they went up there and looked at it through the backside, of course, with the ultrasound and stuff. They found out that my prostate was way too large and I couldn't pass the water.
So it's pinching off the urethra.
Yeah. So they said that I measured it. They said my bladder, my prostate was 106 millimeters, and that's what's normal. Is 20.
Whoa.
So that's 86 millimeters too large. So then they were going to have to take that part of that out of there. So now I got to go in, and they're going to cut me from my belly button down to my groin, and go in there, and they're going to clean the flesh from inside of my prostate, which will cause me, I won't be able to have an erection anymore. I said, that's all right, I'm too old for that anyway. So,
that's no good though, man. Oh no.
There's a possibility you won't be able to, not you wouldn't.
Okay.
So, I didn't care, so go ahead.
Well, life's more important, I'll tell you.
So the 27th, which is a week from this Monday, I'm going to have a surgery. They said I'll be in the hospital for 2 to 3 days. So.
Yeah, they don't keep you in there very long anymore for stuff, do they?
They could go up my penis and
scrape the stuff out that way?
Yeah, and go through the urethra and scrape on the insides of each side of the prostate because my urethra goes right straight through the middle.
Right.
Would give it more room. He said, that's not 100%. That could come back again. And I don't want it. Have to be back here again. Get it done.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with
the other way.
Wouldn't want to mess with it at all either.
I don't care if I got a scar in front of me. I just won't be able to wear a Speedo anymore. My wife said, I hope not with your build.
It's kind of funny, huh? She probably used to love it.
No, I never was very small. But when I was in the Army, I weighed 230 pounds of oral meat. You know, there was no fat on me hard at all.
Yeah, you're a husky guy, you know. Quite a bit bigger than your brother.
Yeah.
You got the short end of the stick.
Well, I had 3 brothers. 2 of them passed away. One at 79 and one at 61.
Wow, that's young. It's like that astronaut lady that just
yeah.
passed.
That was cancer too.
Yeah, she was only in her 60s, I think.
61. My brother Don now, the one that you know.
Yeah.
He's 83. I'm 79.
Yeah, he does pretty well, don't he?
But he's the only one in my family that passed 80.
So far.
Yeah.
You're next.
Well, the good Lord knows that.
Yeah, there's a reason for everything, you know? And finding out about this and getting it taken care of is all part of the plan, you know?
My doctor, the urologist, and he graduated from, he grew up in Holland. He went to Holland Christian, and he went to Hope. They played basketball for Holland Christian, and he played first year freshman at Hope. And then he went to med school, so he couldn't go anymore. He's 6'7".
Jeez.
Thin guy. Nicest guy I ever met.
It's good when your doctors are nice. They shouldn't be a-holes, you know?
Yeah.
There's so many of them that are, though, you know, they see so many of these basket cases.
Well, yeah, some of them, the patients make it that way, I think. That's why I try to be
as caring, you know, and
humorous.
forward, yeah. Make it a good time while they're in there with you, you know?
Yes.
You know, it ain't easy when you don't know what's going on, or they don't, you know?
Yeah. My doctor was from the Clark area, and I had him for when he first started off with another doctor until he died. And then his
guy who took over for him, you went to see him?
He wasn't as outgoing at first until he got to know me.
Yeah.
And then now he's starting to kid me too.
Now he tells you everything, huh?
Like
Makes people comfortable. It's one of those things.
Well, you ever hear the Wyoming JCs?
Yes.
Well, I belonged to that for a while until I got too old. And because we're 18 through 36 years. He was in the JCs, my doctor was in the he used to He did a finger wave. You know what that is, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
And he couldn't get his finger in there very good. I said, what's the matter, Doc? I said, your finger's too short? He said, no, you got a fat ass. That's the way we talked to each other. My wife didn't like him because he was too close. He was more like a friend, and she didn't like to go to him.
I'd rather have, someone like that, because they're going to tell you how it is. Like, look, I hate to tell you, but this is the way it is.
Well, my doctor is, I'm sure he'd tell me the way it is too, so, no.
Having, you know, you outliving your doctor, that's pretty crazy too.
Yeah. Yeah, all he was is a assistant to another doctor when he just got out of
med school and stuff?
No, not out of residency.
Oh, okay.
At the hospital. My doctor now has only been out of residency for 2 years.
Gee.
I said to him, I said, you do any of these? He said, all day long. He said, I operate on Mondays. He said, all day long I'm doing operations on prostates.
You know how, like, me or you will have a bad day and, like, just not feel well? Can you imagine one of them guys not having a bad, or not having a good day and just feeling sick, or, you know, they got to go to work anyways, and it takes a lot of cojones to do that, you know.
And it
for
costs
a living.
them they have to go to school. Right now, my doctor.
The cost of their college.
My doctor right now has got a new assistant. He's Korean. He came. I like him already. And he, I was kidding him. I said, "You're awfully young looking." I said, "What do you know about medicine?" He said, "Well, I went to school." I said, "Well, yeah. How long have you been in school?" He said, "Well, I went to college for 4 years, and I went to med school for another 4 years, then I residency for 2 years." I said, "Well, I guess you know something."
10 years, and you just to school. That's
and here, that's so expensive now.
Yeah. Well, per year, you know, it's So they're paying that stuff back up until they're in their 50s, probably.
I saw an episode of.
Back to the gentleman you once were, huh?
Episode of what's that? Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
And on there they're in college week.
Okay.
And they got a couple. They're in Portland, Oregon. And